west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. One west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy, it get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends or we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he abdominal. So what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical. Guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit has gotten retarded since all the dominance of one west rising to prominent. Cause I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got Groupon for Uber. Rhymes hard like they been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by in black Impalas, let the semi holler. The showstopper, been as proper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm growing them off Patron, a premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modify the chopper. The swore heavy, war ready, and that's for your mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when the heat's on, none of them can get to the fire around with me. And I had them niggas spin like a tire, down the D. And I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel to igniter, I'm winning, coming through with the title because UP. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put y'all faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo slave ship. What the fuck he do for blacks in his administration? I'm waiting, patient like a saint. Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate your ass the same. Paint Christ in their image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say you hate African soul niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dreams. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lies sound promising. Prophecy, gift and a curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under your honor, ain't me murdered by them and got a hug from your honor. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priest bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, rank and order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game. Put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose by the Lord, we could never be the same. Soon as they born, the wicked go astray. They left the truth, they wasn't with us anyway. Niggas weak, they just saying anything to be truthful. We don't want no cowards anyway. Look, coronavirus, that's a plague. You don't get too much sleep when you waking up the dead. First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. Came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
I'm with shits. I'm with shits. I'm with shits. I'm with shits. I view my adversary through a microscope as a small thing. They wax fat, we ballin'. Babylon keep falling. By all means, these saltines is cracker dust. Esau won't respawn, they the soul people we have to crush. They shackled us, we out the cuffs. It's short turn, a slow burn till after dusk. My Caucasian plantation, those reparations won't amount to much. That blonde hair with them blue eyes and that pig flesh won't hassle us. Shawty hauling that hee-haw, cause that gluteus on Maximus. My whip drip on 100 thighs. We gunning down, you runaways. They from the cave, not underpaid. I'm Hunger slave, just for fun, play Hunger Games. Put you in the front like you running things. Uriah, any back talk, you kiss the asphalt, now sing it to the Messiah. You'll be auctioned off with the shipping cost. I'll purchase some good diaper. Bought my Donald Trump and my Richard Nixon. I'm Willie Lynch incarnate. Keep a short leash on you varmint. String you up if you brave-hearted. Only thing red, white, and blue will be your remains washed off of my garment. I'm with shits like Willie Lynch, I wanna see him hang. I'm with shits like Willie Lynch, I wanna see him hang. I'm with shits like Willie Lynch, I wanna see him hang. I'm with shits like Willie Lynch, I wanna see him hang, ayy.
Went from riding on the boat to hanging on oak. God hate these white folks, you can say what you want. This ain't a joke, I ain't laugh at shit. They gon' make it to the kingdom, yeah, with shackle wrists. Yeah. Put they ass in chains with a yoke of iron. Whip hit his back, sound like I opened fire. I ain't gon' lie, I wanna see him suffer. Can't escape cause under the sun, the place of judgment. Yeah, I got a perpetual hatred. They scared of replacement theory cause they destined for slavery. Yeah. You gotta hear this, the patience of the saints. Hell yeah. Many prophets desired to see that day. UBK, we gon' take the kingdom. He don't deal with other nations, he gon' plead with heathens. I ain't gon' stop until I see him in the cotton field. Yeah. Ain't no other option, I'ma die real.
I'm with shits like Willie Lynch, I wanna see him hang. I'm with shits like Willie Lynch, I wanna see him hang. I'm with shits like Willie Lynch, I wanna see him hang. I'm with shits like Willie Lynch, I wanna see him hang. I'm with shits like Willie Lynch, I wanna see him hang. I'm with shits like Willie Lynch, I wanna see him hang. I'm with shits like Willie Lynch, I wanna see him hang. I'm with shits like Willie Lynch, I wanna see him hang. Ay.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my households. Yes, you said so. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed.
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me, and let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Prepare slaughter. We bout to bombard they whole operation. Certified priests, prophesied this my occupation. This shit outrageous. They done made the truth docile. That's why we on the corner crying aloud, looking hostile. It's UBK style. Can't stop now. Far as this warfare couldn't last one round. Let the oppressed rise and let the rich mourn till the sundown. Enough with these chickens. About to make it hot, call it compound. Just for my niggas, put the guns in the drugs down. Dwelling in peace till the Lord called for the bloodhounds. Try to decide my death and got beside yourself. Swore drawn for what you perform. How you gon' hide yourself? Devil got to die for his lies and his dreams. Ain't got no love for them crackers. Nah, just
to school. My flow standing hook. They crossed the line, ain't no coming back. You became no cowards. The only thing sweet is the honey check. Righteous is the Lord. Give me rest from my sorrow and hang down death for them devils. There's no tomorrow. Why? Cause they violence leave a man a stiff corpse. You see a flag in a bench, I see horns in a pitchfork. Go ahead. So please believe it. The white man is a demon, and I ain't gon' vote for them to free me. No, they beat us till we the color purple. That's why this knife to they throat like ceiling. You got this nigga on his knees. They wanna have peace. We screaming, let this bitch burn at 1,000 degrees. I'm laying in the bosom of revenge. I told her I'd do anything she please as I squeeze on the double D's. Fuck you, man. I'm talking to you. Slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter. That they do not rise and fill the world with lies. Ain't die for your skin, you gon' die for your crime. That's right. I'm talking to you. So warn for your life. Your life try to destroy my people. You gotta pay the price, nigga. You gotta hear, let them hear. Till the devil's done the end of this. Slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah.
The police just shot him for no apparent reason. No reason at all. They asked for license and registration. That's the police officer over there that did it. With the black on. I can't really do shit because they got me handcuffed. I can't believe they just did this. I'm fucking back!
It's okay, I'm right here with you.
Just us? First priest? Is it the registry?
Your name? Azan Yalla.
Your tribe?
Ephraim.
No, real name. Azan Yalla.
Azan Yalla.
Ban Ephraim.
Ban Ephraim.
No, wait, what's Ban Yasharala?
Azan Yalla. Ban Yasharala.
No.
Ephraim. Ban Yasharala.
There you go. Azan Yalla. Ban
Ephraim.
Ephraim. Ban Yasharala. Salakia. And then Shabbat. And then salute. Then Yahweh Bashem Yashab Rakatah.
How about Shimmy Al-Shah Brakatah?
Yahweh Bashem Yashab Rakatah. Ephraim is a party, right? Oh, the wine, that's right. You'll get used to it. Yes, sir. Turn back face the camera. camera. Say La Yasharala.
La Yasharala.
Drink the wine. Now, grab this. You grab that end of the scroll. I'll put it over your right shoulder.
You go through the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Quadash. Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malawaka. Taba'ah. Ratazai. Hayah. Aisha. Ba'aratazah. Kawah. Hayah. Bashemayim. Nathanawa. Nakam. Cal. Yawam. Basalakinawa. Kabawatinawa. Kasalakinawa. Kabawayinawa. Wala'ai. Tabayayinawa. Bonasai 1. Abol. Hawashayinawa. Mayad. Right. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Waha'ala. Watapara. La'awalamya.
Aman. In the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
Cut the power of the Hebrew, Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Yahweh Shai. Babu Kashai. The Thunanawa. Hakat. Lerapa'ah. Call Makallah. Call Matawah. Hakat. Natahar. Hamatazarayim. Hakat. Lahaki. Hamati. Hakat. Al-Kawa. Tama'ala. Nagar Shan. Ba'ashem Yahweh.
Wadaman. In English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it.
We hit the name of gun with guns, and the name of a loved one.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem. Yahweh Shai. Baraklanawa. Wayasharala. Wahabayah. Sapari. Barak. Rapah. Magun.
Hagun. The house of Lakam Yala. The house of Lakam Yala. Officer Adama. Mason Logan Anderson. Joanne Anderson. The entire Anderson family. The entire Luckett family. The entire Thornton family. The entire McAllister family. Done.
The house of Lakam Yala. Priest Adama. The entire Anderson family.
The entire Billups family.
It's like the entire Skillen family. All Israel. Done.
Kwame Yasharala. All the Arizaka family.
Say again.
All the Arizaka family.
All the Arizaka family.
All the Reyes family.
All the Reyes family.
All the Yasharala.
All of Israel.
Done.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
The water Aman. In the English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Bless us. And Israel. And the school. Bless. Heal. Shield. Protect. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah.
Ayanya.
Al-Hahariah. Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah.
Izari.
Ma'ai,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Shamayam,
Shamayam,
Wa'aratazah,
Baratazah,
Ayathan,
Ayathan,
number what? Regal,
Regalka,
Al-Yanawam,
Al-Yanawam,
Shamar,
Shamar,
Hanala'a,
Anala'a,
Yanawam,
Yanawam,
Wala'a,
Wala'ai,
Yayashan,
Yayashan,
Shawamar,
Shawamar,
Yashra'ala,
Yashra'ala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shamar,
Shamar,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Tazal,
Tizalka,
Al-Yad,
Al-Yad,
Yamika,
Yamika,
Yawamah,
Yawamah,
Hashemat,
Hashemat,
La'a,
La'ah,
Yakaik,
Yakaik,
Wayarak,
Wayarak,
Belayala,
Belayala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamar,
Yasamar,
Makal Rai,
Makal Rai,
Yashamar,
Yasamar,
Afnapashka,
Afnapashka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamar,
Yasamar,
Taza'at,
Taza'atka,
Baba Wa'ak,
Wawa'atka,
Ma'ita,
Mayatha,
Wa'ai,
Wa'ai,
Awalam.
Awalam. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills.
I will lift up mine eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh,
My help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Yasharallah
he that keepeth Yasharah
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right
The
hand.
sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all
He
evil.
shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in.
from this time forth
This time forth
and even forevermore.
forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayah,
Alahayah,
Al-Damayah,
Al-Damayah,
Lakut,
Lakut,
Al-Takarat,
Al-Thakarash,
Al-Tashikwat,
Al-Tashakwat,
Al Kayahana,
Yahana,
Wabika,
Awabika,
Yahama,
Yahama,
Yawan,
Yawan,
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash,
Al-Amak,
Al-Amika,
Ya'irayam,
Ya'irayamba,
Sawada,
Sawada,
Wayata,
Wayatha,
Ya'ai Tazawa,
Ya'ai Tazawa,
Al-Tazapawaya,
Al-Tazapawamyaka,
Amaru,
Amaru,
Lakawa,
Lakawa,
Manakaki Adam,
Manakakidan,
Magalia,
Magalia,
Wala'a,
Wala'ai,
Yazakar,
Yasakar,
Sham Yasharah,
Sham Yashala,
Awada,
Awada,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Nawai Tazawa,
Nawai Tazawa,
Labat,
Labat,
Yakad,
Yakadwa,
Ayaka,
Ayaka,
Boyat,
Arya,
Yakaratu,
Yakaratwa,
Ahoya,
Ahoya,
Adawan,
Adawan,
Wayashimai,
Yashimai,
Alayam,
Alayam,
Nawa'ab,
Mawa'ab,
Wahagari,
Wahagari,
Gabal,
Jabal,
Wa'amawan,
Wa'amawan,
Wa'amalat,
Wa'amalat,
Palashat,
Palashat,
Amishabi,
Amyashabia,
Tazawar,
Tazawar,
Gum Ashawar,
Gam Ashawar,
Nalawa,
Nalawa,
Imam,
Imam,
Hayawa,
Ayawa,
Zawawai,
Barawai,
Labani,
Labanya,
the Watts,
the Watts,
Salah,
Salah,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Laham,
Laham,
Kamadi,
Kamadi,
Kasaya,
Kasaya,
Sarah,
Sara'ah,
Kayabi,
Kayabi,
Bonakal,
Banakal,
Koyashawan,
Hayashawan,
Nashamad,
Nashamadu,
Bayan,
Bayan,
Dair,
Yair,
Hayawa,
Ayawa,
Daman,
Yaman,
La Adam,
La Adama,
Shayatam,
Sayatama,
Nadab,
Nadab,
Yatmua,
Yadmawa,
Kaira,
Kaira,
Wakazabah,
Wakasabah,
Wakazabah,
Wakasabah,
Wakatazal Manai,
Wakatazal Manai,
Call Nasir Kumba,
Paul Nasir Kamwa,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Amaru,
Amaru,
Nair Rashad,
Naya Rashad,
Lanawa,
Lalawa,
Ah, Na'awa,
Na'awa,
Alahayam,
Alahayam,
Alahaya,
Alahayam,
Shayatam,
Sayatama,
Kagagala,
Gagala,
Kakwas,
Kakwash,
Lapanya,
Lapanya,
Rawaka,
Rawaka,
Ka'ash,
Ka'ash,
Dabaira,
Dabaira,
Ya'ira,
Yaira,
Wakalahab,
Wakalahaba,
Talahat,
Salahat,
Hariyam,
Hariyam,
Khan,
Khan,
Tawadatma,
Tharadatma,
Basaira,
Basairika,
Wabasa,
Wabasa,
Wapat,
Wapatka,
Dabahalam,
Dabahalam,
Mala'a,
Mala'at,
Panyaham,
Panyaham,
Kwalawan,
Palawan,
Waya,
Waya,
Bukwash,
Bukwash,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yabash,
Yabashwa,
Waya,
Waya,
Behold,
Behold,
Adi,
Adiai,
Waya,
Waya,
Kapar,
Kapar,
Waya,
Waya,
Abad,
Abad,
Waya,
Waya,
Da'ir,
Da'ir,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Atha,
Atha,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Labad,
Labadka,
Ayawan,
Ayawan,
Al,
Ah,
Ka,
Ka,
Harat,
Haratazah. In the English, Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo,
thine
enemies make a tumult.
Thine enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee.
And they that hate thee.
Have lifted up the head.
Have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel.
Against thy people.
Against thy people.
And consulted.
And consulted.
Against thy hidden ones.
Against thy hidden ones.
They have said.
They have said.
Come.
Come.
And let us cut them off.
And let us cut them off.
From being a nation.
Being a nation.
That the name of Yasharallah.
That the name of Yasharallah
may be no more remembered.
May be no more remembered.
For they have consulted together.
They have consulted together.
With one consent.
With one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
Of Moab.
And the Hagarenes.
The Hagarenes.
Gebal.
Gebal.
And Ammon.
And
Amalek.
And Amalek.
The Philistines.
The Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
Assur is also joined with them.
Assur is also joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah. Do unto them.
Do unto them.
As unto the Midianites.
As unto the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kison.
At the brook of Kison.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like a Reb.
Make their nobles like a Reb.
And like Zael.
Like Zael.
Yea.
Yea.
All their princes.
All their princes.
As Zabah.
As Zabah.
And as Zamuna.
And as Zamuna.
Who said. Let us take to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves.
The houses of Yahweh in possession.
The houses of Yahweh in possession.
Oh my power.
Oh my power.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the fire burneth the wood.
As the fire burneth the wood.
And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
As the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them.
So persecute them.
With thy tempest.
With thy tempest.
And make them afraid.
And make them afraid.
With thy storm.
With thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
They seek thy name.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
And troubled forever.
And troubled forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou. Whose name alone. Is Yahweh.
Is Yahweh.
Art the most high. Over all the earth.
Sorry, Mr. Turn. The shop needs to be seated.
All right. Shalom. Shalom, everybody. Shalom, Israel. Welcome back to the Isupk Chicago Sabbath service. We're going to pick up where we left off last week, which would be 2 Samuel's 1 Samuel, so like a 22 and 8, where we're at right now in the scriptures is King David. Well, I'm sorry, David. He's not king yet. David is on the run. Saul is trying to kill him. He sent messengers, which are really assassins, to either kill him or bring him back to Saul so Saul can kill him. He sought refuge. He sought refuge with a king. This king actually was on Saul's side. All right. So when he was when David went to this kingdom, I'm trying to find the king's name here. Well, he went to this kingdom. I can't remember the king right now, Salakia. But the brother said he welcomed David in, and then he said he sang the song that the maidens of Israel sang. He didn't sing it; he just quoted it. He said, "Yeah, David shall kill." He said, "Saul will kill his thousands, but David will kill his 10,000." And David knew right then that this brother was on Saul's side and would betray him and lead the messengers to him, or was going to give him over to Saul. So David heard that phrase, heard him say that, and he fled from that place. He escaped out of there before the brother could turn him over. He welcomed David in and then was going to betray him. Right. So David actually went and hid in a cave, and then he had to go down to Mizpah of Moab. You know what I mean? And Salaki. And then deal with the Moabites for a minute. Now, while David was on the run from Saul, all the men who owed debts, who were poor, who were down and out, they gathered to David under his command and made him captain over them. So Remember, the people loved David. You know what I mean? So at this point, we're in the scriptures. David had became captain over about 400 men who were loyal to him and felt his plight. They knew that he didn't do anything wrong, and that Saul, basically, saying in modern terms, Saul was tripping. You know what I mean? So that's where we're at in the story right now. So let me see. And Saul actually addressed the Benjamites, you know what I'm saying, and sent them after David and promised to make them captains of thousands and captains of hundreds. Like, Saul is really, really trying to kill David. So he's going around to brothers offering a reward for David's head. They're offering a reward for his capture and to bring him back. You know what I mean? But right now, David is he's dwelling in the land of Moab, gathering himself together, making sure that and getting ready. So we're going to pick the story back up. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to read the Hebrew, and you'll read the English. Okay? Till you get a little more versed in the Hebrew. You know what I mean? You familiar with the alphabet? Or you still learning? A little bit. Okay. I mean, if you feel you want to give it a shot. All right, God. Honest man. Hey, honesty gets you a long way in this school. All right, let's go.
Okay, it's the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 22, verse 8 in the Hebrew.
Yeah, try to follow along.
All right. Kaya, Quara a thumb. It's like question a thumb. Color come. Al ya. Wa ayan. Gala. Af. Azania. Bakarath. Banya. Ain. Ban. Yeshaya. Wa ayan. Kala. Makam. Al ya. Wagala. Af. Azania. Kaya. Hokayam. Banya. Af. Ibadia. Al-Ya. La-Ra. Kayawam. Hazah. Verse 9. Wa'ayan. Da'ab. Ha'adamia. Wahawa'a. But it's like Natazah. Al. Ibadia. Sha'awal. Waya Amar. Ra'ayatiya. Af. Ban. Yashaya. Ba'a. Naba. Al. Akaya Malak. Ban. Akatawa. Verse 10. Waya Sha'al. Lawa. Bayahawa. What is the Yada? Nathan. Lawa. Wa'af. Kara. Goliath. Hapalashatia. Nathan. Lawa. Verse 11. Wayashalak. Hamalak. Lakora'ah. Af. Akayamalak. Ban. Akayatawa. Hakahan. Wa'af. Kal. Bayath. Abayawa. Hakaha. Hakanayam. Ashar. Banab. Wayabawa. Kalam. Al. Hamalak. Verse 12. Waya Amar. Sha'awal. Shemai. Na'ah. Ban. Akayatawa. Waya Amar. Hananiah. Adanya. Verse 13. Waya Amar. Awa. Alua. Sha'awal. Lama. Kwashabatham. Alya. Atha. Waban. Yeshaya. Batatak. Lawa. Lakam. Wakara. Washa'awal. Lawa. Ba'alahayam. Lakawam. Alya. La'ara. Kayawam. Hazah. Verse 14. Waya'ain. Akayamalak. Af. Hamalak. Waya Amar. Wamaya, Bakal, Abadayak, Kadawada, Naaman, Wakathan, Hamalak, Wasar, Al, Bashama Itak, Wanakabat, Baba Yatak.
This is 1 Samuel, chapter 22, verse 8, in the English. That all of you have conspired against me, and there is none that showeth me that my son hath made a league with the son of Jesse. And there is none of you that is sorry for me, or showeth unto me that my son hath stirred up my servant against me, to lie in wait as at this day. Slaki.
So this is so this is Saul basically whining. All right. He's telling the people, you know, all y'all against me. You know, none of y'all told me that my son was conspiring with David.
Right.
You know, my son was helping David. Ain't none of y'all told me that. He's he turned my servant against me. Now he's blaming Jonathan.
Right.
You know, now he's blaming his son, and he's blaming his servants and the royal court and everybody. Now it's everybody's fault that David escaped and is on the run. And now Jonathan has turned his servants and turned David against them, instead of him realizing that he sinned against the Lord and everything that's happening is his fault.
Right.
This wouldn't have happened if he didn't sin against the Lord, if he didn't submit to the evil spirit. I mean, it's a strong spirit because the Lord put it on him.
Right.
You know what I mean? But still, you know, if he would just repent for trying to kill David, for the jealousy that he feels against David. Now Saul is basically losing his damn mind. You know what I mean? And now he's paranoid. He's tweaking, as we used to say in the world.
Right.
Everybody against him. You know what I mean? Keep going.
1 Samuel 22 and 9. Then answered Doeg, the Edomite, which was set over the servants of Saul, and said, I saw the son of Jesse coming to Nob, to Ahimelech, the son of Ahimelech, the son of Atu.
So now, here's the Edomite that's in Saul's court, and he's snitching. He's snitching hard and proudly.
Right.
You know what I mean? I saw him. He's over there. Yep, I saw when he went this way. I saw when he went that way. He you know, Edomites are very self-serving people.
Right.
You know what I mean? From the beginning. So right now he's snitching on David. You know what I mean? If Saul would have just followed the order. Now this will show you how Saul had the order. Never mind. Let's keep going.
1 Samuel chapter 22, verse 10. And he inquired of the Lord for him, and gave him victuals, and gave him the sword of Goliath the Philistine.
Now, remember when David was in Ahimelech, he went to meet up with Ahimelech, the priest, all right, at Nob. And he got sanctuary there. He stayed there. He asked him if he had any weapons. And he said, the only weapon I got here is the sword of Goliath, which they kept as a trophy from David's victory. So David, as I said last week, David inspired all them anime characters that you see. Whenever you see, if you ever played Final Fantasy 7, you got the character Cloud. He got the big giant sword on his back. And you look at a lot of these animes now, I can name a ton of them, where you see characters with big giant swords on their back.
Right.
That was King David first. King David was the first to do it. So, you know what I'm saying? And if you see, he went to Rockwood Moab. He went to stay in Moab. So by the time he went to Moab, he had this giant sword on his back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they took that imagery and they have run with it for 2,000 years damn near now.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when you see these characters, it's David. But I digress off that. But so now Doeg, the Edomite, who saw this happen, he's snitching on everything. He's trying to gain favor with King Saul. He wants David dead. He's jealous of David. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things that's going on right now in this story is based on jealousy. That's why jealousy is such a hard and evil thing amongst our people. You know what I mean? Saul is jealous of David. This Edomite is jealous of David. The king that was going to turn David in to Saul, that David had to escape and go stay go dwell in Moab, was jealous of David. Right. You know what I'm saying? All of this jealousy is designed to get David killed. You know what I'm saying? But David was a humble brother and a wise man. You know what I mean? And was able to stay ahead of him. Let's keep going.
Count over the count. 1 Samuel chapter 22, verse 11. Then the king sent to call Amalek, the priest, the son of Atu, and all his father's house.
Wait, where you at?
Verse 11.
Okay, yes, go ahead.
Start.
No, you good. You good. No, you good.
Count over the count. And all his father's house, the priests that were in Nob. Mm-hmm. And they came all of them to the king.
Now, this one Edomite then got this whole priest's house, this whole family, called to crazy King Saul, who has a hat. He done tried to pin David's head to the wall with a javelin. Right. He even threw the javelin at his own son and tried to kill his son. Now, this priest's whole family is in front of old murder crazy Saul. You know what I mean? Let's go. Keep going.
Khan. Verse 12. And Saul said, "Hear now, thou son of Atu." And he answered, "Here I am, my Lord." Mm-hmm. 1 Samuel chapter 22, verse 13. And Saul said unto him, "Why have ye conspired against me, thou and the son of Jesse, in that thou hast given him bread and a sword, and hast inquired of God for him, that he should rise against me to lie in wait as at this day?"
So he's like, because the priest gave David the showbread. You know what I mean? He let David eat the showbread. He gave him the sword, prayed with him. You know what I mean? The priest did what a brother is supposed to do when you know your brother is innocent, right, and running from some false trumped up charges. You know what I mean? He helped him escape false persecution, which is nothing wrong with helping your brother escape false persecution. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he did with David, but Saul is inquiring of him now, which this is a dangerous situation for this priest and his family, because he's there in front of a madman. Keep going.
Verse 14. Then Amalek answered the king and said, "And who is so faithful among all thy servants as David, which is the king's son-in-law, and goeth at thy bidding, and is honorable in thine house?"
Now, that's self-explanatory. He's trying to remind Saul of who David is and how honorable he is. And right, it's also letting him know why he helped them. He's like, who else in your house is more loyal to you than David? He your son-in-law. He do your bidding. He done won wars in your name. Right. So he's trying to remind Saul. All right, let's get these next 7. I'll pick it up.
Okay.
This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 22. In verse 15 in the Hebrew. Hayawam. Hakalathia. Lashawal. Lasha'al. Lawa. Bahalayam. Kala Yala Laya Yasham Amalak Ba'ibadwa Debar Bakal Bayath Abaya Kaya La'a Yadai Ibadak Bakal Za'ath Debar Quatan Awa Gadawal, verse 16. Wayamar, Hamalak, Mawath, the Mawath, Akayamalak, Atha, Wakal, Bayath, Abayak, verse 17. Wayamar, Hamalak, Laratazayim, Hanatazabia, Alyawa, Sabawa, Wamayatu, Waha Mayatan, Kahanya, Yahweh, Kaya, Gum, Yadam, I, Dawada, Wakaya, Yadaiwa, Kaya, Barath, Barak, Hawa'a, Hawa'a, Wala'a, Galawa, Galawa, Galwa, Azana, Azanya, Azanya, Wala'a, Abawa, Abadia, Hamalak, Lashalak, Ath, Yadam, Lapagai, Bakahanya, Yahweh, verse 18. Wayamar, Hamalak, La Dawayag, La Dawaag, Sabah, Atha, Waganai, Bakahanyam, Wayasab, Dawayag, Dawaag, Ha'adamya, Wayapagai, Hawa, Bakahanya, Bakahanyam, Wayamath, Bayawam, Hahawa, Shamanyam, Waka Masha, Ayash, Nasha, Apawad, Bond, verse 19, Wa'ath, Nabah, Ayar, Hakahanyam, Hakaha, Lapaya, Kara, Ma'ayash, Wa'ai, Asha, Ma'ai, Walala, Wa'ai, Yawana, Washawar, Wakamawar, Washa, Lapaya, Karab, verse 20. Wayamalak, Slakia. Wayamalat. Bond. Hakad, Slakia. Akkad. La'a. Kamalak. Bond. Atasawab. Akatawa. Washamawa. Washamwa. Abayatar. Wayabatar. Wayabarak. Akarya. Dawada. How many is that? One more, right? Verse 21. Where you God. Abayatar. Madawada. Kaya. Harag. Ashalak. Shalakia. Shawal. Ath. Kahanya. Yahweh. Back to the English. Starting at 15.
1 Samuel chapter 22, verse 15. Mm-hmm. Did I then begin to inquire of God for him? Be it far from me, let not the king impute anything unto his servant, nor to all the house of my father. For thy servant knew nothing of all this, less or more.
So he said, listen, all I know is he was honorable in your house. He's your son-in-law. He's like, did I inquire to God for him? You know what I mean? He's like, I didn't. He's like, please, sir, don't put this on me. Don't put this on me. Don't put this on my house. I didn't know anything. I didn't know what was going on. You know what I mean? So he's pleading his case. He said, more or less, I didn't know what was going on. I had no idea. So it's not my house, and it's not my fault, and it's not the fault of the people of my father's house. So basically, don't kill us. Go ahead.
Verse 16. And the king said, thou shalt surely die, Ahimelech. Salakia. Ahimelech, thou and all thy father's house.
As I said, his whole house just got pulled up in front of the mad king, Saul. Right. Do you know what I mean? And Saul just said, y'all, I'm surely going to kill you. Regardless of what you just said, regardless of what you knew or not, you're going to die. You and all your house. Keep going.
Verse 17. And the king said unto the footmen that stood about him, turn and slay the priests of the Lord, because their hand also is with David, and because they knew when he fled and did not show it to me. But the servants of the king would not put forth their hand to fall upon the priests of the Lord.
Now, you see that, right? You see who's really in charge of Israel. You see who's more powerful. He told his men, turn and slay the priest of the Lord. He said, turn and slay the man of God. Everybody knows that Ahimelech is the Lord's priest. And the Lord is with Ahimelech. Right. So when he told his guards to do that, his servants no. They refused to do it. You ain't gonna have me out here against God. You know what I mean? They know the penalty for killing the priest of the Lord. Right. You know what I mean? They know the Lord will curse them and their houses and generations to come. You know what I mean? So they was like, no, keep going. Let's see what else happens.
Verse 18. And the king said to Doeg. Doeg. And the king said to Doeg, turn thou and fall upon the priests. And Doeg the Edomite turned, and he fell upon the priests and slew on that day 80, and 5 persons that did wear a linen ephod.
So this dirty, filthy, self-serving Edomite killed the priests And I think 80 is look up how much 80 is. I think 80 is 20. Is either 10 or 20. I believe that's 20.
I think it's 20. I don't think it's another way, but yeah, definitely.
For 1 second. So he turned around and schooled 85 people, persons that wore linen ephod, meaning priests. You know what I mean? These people are men of the Lord and women of the Lord. They're the priesthood. They're in the priesthood, the family.
So Google says, how many is 80? 4 times 20, which means 80.
80 is 80.
Come.
So he's 85 priests, 85 men of the Lord out of his father's house. He's trying to cut the bloodline of this priest off. And this dirty, filthy Edomite did it happily. Read.
Verse 19. And Nob, the city of the priests, smote he with the edge of the sword, both men and women, children and sucklings, and oxen and asses and sheep with the edge of the sword.
See how wicked this is? You know what I mean? Like that's the city of the priests. You know what I mean? He went and slew the whole city of Nob. Men and women, children. And sucklings mean there's a difference between a child and a suckling. A child is a child. We all know what children. A suckling is a baby that's still sucking off his mom's breast. That's still breastfeeding.
Right.
He slew infants. You know what I mean? Just to impress and get closer to Saul. Because he's feeding into the demon and the jealousy that Saul has. And it's what Edomites do to this day to us. When we're not in our right mind, they get right beside us and they play to our sickness, like he's playing the Saul sickness. You see the Israelites, the brothers and sisters, the brothers that were in the court refused to slay the priests because they're following after what the Lord says. They're following after God's will and not harming the priests.
Right.
This Edomite could give less than a damn. He's looking for the glory in Saul that he can get in Saul's eyes. He doesn't care about the glory of the Lord. You know what I mean? Now he just slew 85 people and then went and attacked the damn city and killed men, women, children, and little infants. He killed the cow, the ox, the ass, the sheep. He killed every day. He went in there and did what Esau does and slaughtered everything he could freaking find. Go ahead.
Verse 20. And one of the sons of Ahimelech, the son of Ahitub, named Abiathar, escaped and fled after David. Verse 21. And Abiathar showed David that Saul had slain the Lord's priest.
So this brother, in all the chaos, this brother managed to escape and went to David and told him what was happening. He told him what went on. He showed David that Saul is out of his mind and even slayed the priest of the Lord. You know what I mean? Which is it's just, this is a sad state of affairs, and this was a dark time in Israel. We got the king that we had asked for.
Right.
You know what I mean? We didn't want Samuel to judge over us anymore. So we asked for a king. And Saul is the king that we got. And you see what our great king, King Saul, was doing in his time. All right, let's continue on with the next 7.
Book 1 Samuel chapter 22 and verse 22 in the Hebrew. Where you Amar, Dawada, La Abayata, Yabata Yar, Ya La Abba Yatar, Wada Aitaya, Bayawam, Hahaba, Kaya, Sham, Dawaya, Dawa, Ha'adamia, Kaya, Hagad, Yagayad, Lesha Awal, Anakaya, Sabatiya, Bakal, Napash, Bayath, Abayak, verse 23, Shema, Ataya, All, Thayara, Kaya, Ashar, Wabakwash, Ath, Nepashia, Ibakwash, Ath, Nepashak, Kaya, Lashamarath, Atha, Imadian. Book of 1 Samuel, chapter 23, verse 1. Where your God will. La Dawuda, La Amar, Hana, Palashatayam, Nalakamayam, Boko I, Yala, Wahama, Shaslayam, Ah, Waga War Nayath. It's like Haga War. It's like Hagar Nawath. Verse 2. Where Sha'al, Dawada, Bayahawa, La Amar, Ha'alak, Wakayatia, Palashatayam, Ha'ala, Waya Amar, Yahawa, All, Dawada, Laka, Wakayath, Palashatayam. What was Sha'aith? Ah, Ko'ayala, verse 3. Waya Amarwa, Anashiya, Dawada, Ayawa, Hana, Anakanawa, Paha, Bayahawada, Yara'ayam, Wa'ak, Kaya, Nalak, Ko'ayla, all. Ma'arba Kawath, Palashatiyam, verse 4. Waya Wasap, Iwad, Dawada, La Sha'al, Bayahawa, Waya Ainawa, Yahawa, Waya Amar, Kawam, Rada, Ko'ayala, Kaya, Anaya, Nathan, Af, Palashatiyam, Bayadak, verse 5. Wa'alak, Dawada, Wanashawa, Wa'anashayawa, Ko'ayala, Wa'alakam, Bapalashatiyam, Wa'ana'a, Af, Makwana Yaham, Wayak, Baham, Maka, Garawala, Wayashai, Dawada, Af, Yashabaya, Ko'ayala.
To the English.
1 Samuel, chapter 22, verse 22. And David said unto Abiathar, I knew it that day when Doeg the Edomite was there, that he would surely tell Saul, I have occasioned the death of all the persons of thy father's house.
He said, I knew when Salaki, I'm just going to say it plain, but I hope we don't get clear. He said, I knew when I saw that white boy that he was going to go snitch.
Right.
Okay. And he's like, man, I'm sorry. I've caused the death of your entire house. Your father's whole house is dead. Everybody, men, women, and children, you're the last one left. And that's David is apologizing to this brother because that wasn't his intent. You know what I mean? David was careful. David was cautious. You know what I mean? But even it just go to show you, no matter how cautious or how careful you are, you really got to watch yourself. You know what I mean? Because this dirty, stinking, filthy Edomite just went and happily snitched, you know what I mean, on David and caused the house of a priest, a man of the Lord's entire house to be slaughtered. Right. You know what I mean? And only one that escaped is his son. Go ahead.
Verse 23. Abide thou with me, fear not, for he that seeketh my life seeketh thy life. But with me thou shalt be in safeguard.
He said, so no, he's like, man, I'm sorry, but stay here. Because right now, unfortunately, my enemy is your enemy. The man that's trying to kill me is trying to kill you. You know what I mean? Stay here with me. You ain't got nothing to worry about. You will be protected. You know what I'm saying? It's the safest place for you to be. Go ahead.
1 Samuel chapter 23, verse 1. Then they told David, saying, behold, the Philistines fight against Caleb, and they rob the threshing floors. And they rob the threshing floors. Verse 2. Therefore, David inquired of the Lord, saying, shall I go and smite these Philistines? And the Lord said unto David, go and smite the Philistines and save Caleb.
Now, David inquired unto the Lord because he see the Philistines who were during Saul's reign, we were at all out war with the Philistines. Right. Like it was ugly. Okay. Just because this internal conflict is going on doesn't mean that the war stopped. Right. Saul is actually a little distracted away from the war. And his greatest general, his greatest captain, you know what I mean? The one getting all the glory that the Philistines, I'm sure, were terrified of. Right. You know what I mean? Is now on the run. You think his enemies don't know? You think his enemies ain't watching and see the conflict inside of Israel? So that's why they attacked the city of Keilah. You know what I mean? Because hell, Saul trying to kill David. He ain't trying to kill us. We might as well go and sack a city. Right. You know what I mean? But David being the man that he is, remember, he had 400 men, at least 400 men with him. You know what I'm saying? So David went and to smite the Philistines and save Keilah. He's still on his job. He's still handling his business and doing his duty, even though he's on the run from the king. That's how honorable David is. That's the type of man David was. That's the type of man we should all aspire to be. You know what I'm saying? Let's give David a hand. Sorry. That takes some dedication. He's running for his life, and he knows this could get him killed. This gonna let Saul know where he's at, but he's still going to risk his life, go into battle, risk his life on multiple levels to save his people and fight for his people. That's what we do here in the Israelite School of UPK under Commander General Yohana. You know what I mean? Despite what's going on in our lives, despite what dangers we face in everyday life, from the police, from our people, from heathens, from Edomites, whoever, we still go out here and fight for our people and put our lives in further danger and put ourselves in further risk. Right. You know what I'm saying? And we do and gladly do it. And would gladly sacrifice ourselves for our people, just like King David. Right. All right, let's keep going.
Verse 3. And David's men said unto him, behold, we be afraid here in Judah. How much more then we come to Caleb against the armies of the Philistines?
He said, look, we in fear for our lives here in Judah. We at home scared. How much more if we go over here to fight the enemies? It's just what I said. They know they're running from Saul. They're terrible. This is a scary situation. They're in a dangerous situation. They said, we fear for our lives here at home in Judah. Well, we supposed to be safe. Now we finna go over to this other city and fight the Philistines? You know what I mean? Keep going.
Verse 4. Then David inquired of the Lord yet again, and the Lord answered him and said, arise, go down to Caleb, for I will deliver the Philistines into thine hand.
And so David asked the Lord told him, go. He gave him marching orders. David asked the Lord again. Now keep in mind, the scriptures say the Lord does not change. Right. He is the same. I hate it sounds Christian when I say this, but they don't know the meaning of this. He is the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. The Lord is the same through the entirety of the scriptures. The Most High, Yahweh, does not change. That's right. He is the same God. It's not an Old Testament God and a New Testament God. God is God, and he does not change from Genesis to Revelation. And if you can't see that, you are blind and have been deceived and need to come into this school so we can lift that, I hate to sound Christian again, we can lift that veil off your eyes, take that blindfold off, wash your brain of the nonsense and all of the pollution so you can have a pure spirit, open eyes, and a clean mind. Keep going.
Verse 5. So David and his men went to Caleb and fought with the Philistines and brought away their cattle and smote them with a great slaughter. So David saved the inhabitants of Caleb.
Once again, when the Lord is with us, our enemies cannot stand against us. David, in all the danger that he was in this perilous situation where he's on the run for his life against the king of Israel, and he has enemies all around. Unfortunately, he has enemies amongst our brothers, and even that aren't our brothers, like this Doeg dog Edomite. You know what I mean? That are looking for their own glory and looking for favor for Saul, with Saul, that are willing to betray him. But he still went and saved our people in that city.
Right.
You know what I mean? Let's get the next 7. I'll pick those up. We could. Yeah.
Oh, Maz needs to stand.
Yeah.
Next priest. Is it the registry?
Kiyabakwa. Ban Yashikar. Ban Yashikar. Ban Yasharala.
Kiyabakwa, Ban Yashikar, Ban Yasharala. Do the salute.
Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatah.
Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatah. He goes off. Once he steps down, then you step up. There we go.
Sabbath.
Excellent work reading, priest. All right, so we're going to pick this back up. See, we're going to be at verse 6. So this is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 23 and verse 6 in the Hebrew. Wahaya, Babarak, Abiyathar, Ban, Akayamlak, Akayamalak, Al, Dawada, Kwa'ai Yala, Apawad, Yerad, Bayadwa, verse 7. Will your God, Lashawal, Kaya, Ba'a, Dawada, Kwayala, Will Yamar, Shawal, Bakar, Athwa, Alahayam, Bayadwa, Bayadya, Kaya, Gasa, Nasagar, Labawa, Bayar, Delathium, Wabarayak, verse 8. Yeshamai, Shawal, Kaya, Kala, Ha'ain, Lamalakma, Laradath, Laradath, Kwaila, Latazawar, Al, Dawada, Wa'al, Anashua, verse 9. Will you die? Dawada, Kaya, Aliwa, Shawal, Makaryash, Haraiha, Will Yamar, Al, Abiyathar, Hakahawa. It's like Hakahawan. Hakayasha. Ha'apawad. Verse 10. Wa Yamar Dawada Yahweh Alyo Allah Haya Yasharala Shemai Ibadak Kaya Mabakwash Shawal Labawa Al Kwayalaha Lashakath La'ayar Bible Warrior. Verse 11. Hayasaganya Ba'ilaya Koyalaha Bayadwa Hayarad Sha'awal Kashar Shemai Ibadak Yahweh Alahaya Yasharala Hagar Na'ah La'ai Barak Yamar Yahweh Yadar Yarad Slaki. I know, right? Verse 12. Yamar Dawada Hayasagarwa Ba'ilawa Ba'ilaya Kwai Yala Athia Wa'ath Anashia Bawad Bayad Sha'awal Yamar Yahweh Yasa Gayadwa. All right, pick it up in the English. Should be at verse 23 and 6.
Book of 1 Samuel, chapter 23, verse 6. In the English. And it came to pass when Abiathar, the son of Ahimelech, fled to David, to Keilah, that he came down with an ephod in his hand. Verse 7. And it was told Saul that David was come to Keilah. And Saul said, God hath delivered him into mine hand, for he is shut in by entering into a town that hath gates and bars.
So that's what the men around David feared, but David's not worried about it. The Lord told David to go and save this city. Right. But Saul is thinking David messed up. You know what I mean? He done trapped himself. That's what he made. He done entered a city that had gates and bars. He done made a prison for himself. He's trapped because Saul thinks the Lord is actually still with him, that the Lord is delivering David. Saul has no idea what's going on. Go ahead.
Verse 8. And Saul called all the people together to war, to go down to Keilah to besiege David and his men. Verse 9. And David knew that Saul secretly practiced mischief against him. And he said to Abiathar the priest, bring hither the ephod.
And so David knew that Saul was conspiring against him. Right. So he went into the city knowing fully well that Saul was going to come once he heard about what he had done there. Keep going.
Verse 10. Then said David, O Lord God of Israel,
more power.
Then said David, O Lord God of Israel, thy servant hath certainly heard that Saul seeketh to come to Keilah, to destroy the city for my sake. Verse 11. Will the men of Keilah deliver me up into his hand? will Saul come down as thy servant hath heard? O Lord God of Israel, I beseech thee, tell thy servant. And the Lord said, he will come down.
So David, he knew what he was doing. He went and prayed to the Lord and asked the Lord, is Saul going to come to kill me? The Lord said, yeah, he going to come. You know he's coming. He is coming. Go ahead.
Verse 12. Then said David, will the men of Keilah deliver me and my men into the hand of Saul? And the Lord said, they will deliver thee up.
He said, are the men of even though I just saved these people, are the men of this city going to sell me out when the kings come? And the Lord said, yep. All right, let's get to the next 7.
It's the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 23, and verse 13 in Hebrew.
Mm-hmm. I got it, Reese. Go ahead and read.
When you quam, that would the when I say Yahweh, Kashash, Ma'awaf, Ayash, where Tazawa, Moko Ila, where Talakwa, Ba'ashar, Yatalakawa, Walashawal, Hagad, Kaya, Namalat, Dawada, Moko Ila, where Kadal, Latazath, verse 14, where Shah, Dawada, Bamadabar, Bamataza the Waf, where Shah, Bahar, Boko the Bar, Zayat, where Bakwashawa, Sha'awal, Kaya, Hayamayaf, Wala'a, Yatanawa, Alahayam, Bayadawa, verse 15, where Ra'ah, Dawada, Kaya, Yataza'a, Sha'awal, Labakwash, Af, Lapashawa, Wadawada, Bamadabar, Zayat, Bakasha, verse 16, where Yaquam, Wahawanathan, Bun, Sha'awal, where Lak, Al, Dawada, Harasha, where Kazak, Af, Yadawa, Ba'alahayam, it's like a Ba'alahayam, or 17, where you Amar, Al Yawa, Al, Tayara, Kaya, La'a, Damatazak, Yada, Sha'awal, Abaya, Wa'atha, Damalak, Al, Yashirala, Wahanakwa, Ahaya, it's like Ahaya, verse 18, where Karatwa, Shana Yaham, Baryath, Lapanya, Yahweh, where Shah, Dawada, Bakasha, where Yahamanathan, Halak, Labayatawa, verse 19, where it's like where I, Lawa, Zapayam, Al, Sha'awal, Hagabaitha, La'amar, Halaba'a, Dawada, Basatadar, Amanawa, Bamataz Dawath, Kasharasha, Bagabayath, it's like a Bagabayath. Haka, Kayala, Ashar, Mayamayan, Hayasha, Yamawan.
In English?
Book of 1 Samuel 23, verse 13. And David said, and his men, then David and his men, which were about 600, arose and departed out of Keilah, and went whithersoever they could go.
So they knew Saul's army was coming, and so he gained 200 men. You know what I mean? So now he's up to 600 men that he's the captain over. And they escaped out of the city, and they went wherever they could go to escape. You know what I mean? 600 men leaving the city is a mighty feat. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
And it was told Saul that David was escaped from Keilah, and he forbore to go forth. 14. And David abode in the wilderness in strongholds, and remained in a mountain in the wilderness of Ziph. And Saul sought him every day, but God delivered him not into his hand.
Keep going.
Verse 15. And David saw that Saul was come out to seek his life, and David was in the wilderness of Ziph in a wood. Verse 16. And Jonathan, Saul's son, arose and went to David into the wood and strengthened his hand in God. Verse 17. And he said unto him, Fear not, for the hand of Saul my father shall not find thee, and thou shalt be king over Israel. And I shall be next unto thee, and that also Saul my father knoweth.
So when he says strengthen his hand in God, strengthen his hand in what the Lord had planned for David. Jonathan knows David, what the Lord has. He has a feeling about what's going to happen. Right. So he told him, listen, don't worry about it. My father never finds you. He'll never lay a hand on you. You're going to rule over Israel, and I'm going to be your right-hand man. And the reason, and my father knows this. You know what I mean? My father knows what's about to happen. So don't you worry, this is our future. Right. Go to 18.
Count verse 19.
No, he didn't read 18 yet.
And they two made a covenant before the Lord, and David abode in the wood, and Jonathan went to his house.
So they made an agreement, they made a covenant, they made a pact before the Lord. You know what I mean? And David stayed hiding in the woods, and Jonathan went home. All right, 19.
Verse 19. Then came up the Ziphites to Saul to Gibeah, saying, Doth not David hide himself with us in strongholds and in the wood, in the hill of Hakaliah, which is on the south of Jessamon?
And here comes some cats. Once again, everybody wants to snitch on David. Right. You know what I mean? Now they didn't come to Saul trying to tell Saul where David is at. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, it's ridiculous. You know, they're all trying to gain favor with the king because Saul then offered a reward for David's capture. Right. And they're all trying to collect. All right, let's get this last 7, then we're going to wrap it up.
You did 19 already?
Yeah, he just read 19.
It's the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 23, and verse 20 in the Hebrew. Wa'ithah, Lakal, Awath, Napashak, Hamalak, Laradath, Radah, Walanawa, Hasagaru, Bayad, Hamalak, verse 21, Amar, Sa'awal, Baba Wakayam, Baba Kayam, Atham, La Yahawah, Kayab, Hamalatham, Al-Yah, verse 22, Lakawa, Na'ah, Hakayania, it's like Hakayanawa, Iwad, what I was, where I was, Makwa Wamuwa, Ashar, Dahaya, Ragalawa, Maya, Ra'ahawa, Sham, Kaya, Ashar, Alaya, Arawam, Yairam, Hawa, verse 23, Wara'awa, what I was, Makal, Hama, Ba'ayam, Haba, it's like Hama, Kaba Ayam, Ashar, Yata Kaba, Sham, Washabatam, Al-Yab, Al, Nakawan, Wala Kataya, Athakam, Wahaya, Yashanawa, Ba'arataza, Dakapashatia, Atawa, Bakal, Alpaya, it's like Alapaya, Wayahawada, it's like Wahawada. Verse 24, Wayakama what ma, it's like Wayakwa, Wamwa, Wayalakwa, Zayapa, Lapanya, Shawal, Wadawada, Wanashiyawa, Bamadabar, My One, Bairaba, All, Yamayan, Hayashamawan, verse 25, Wayalak, Shawal, Wanashiyawa, Labakwash, Wayagadwa, Ladawada, Wayarad, Hasa'ila, Wayasub, Bamadabar, My One, where Shemai, Sha'awal, where Radah, Ardaya, Dawada, Madabar, Mayan. Verse 26.
Yeah, let's finish it out.
Where Lak, Sha'awal, Batazad, Hahar, Mazah, Wadawad, Wa'anashiyawa, Matazad, Hahar, Mazah, where Yahya, Dawada, Lekapaz, Lalakath, Mapaniya, Sha'awal, Washawal, Wa'anashiyawa, Itariyam, all, Dawada, Wa'al, Anashiyawa, Letapasham, verse 27, Wamalalak, Ba'a, all, Sha'awal, La'amar, Mahara, Walaka, Kaya. That's a pot one. It's like a pashat one. Parashatium, Al, Haratazar, verse 28. Where Sha'awal, Maradah, Hakarya, Dawada, where Lak, Lakora'ath, Parashatium, Al, Khan, Korawa, Nabakawam, Hahawa'an, Salai, Hamamak, Hama, Kalakwath.
That was all the way to 29?
Come,
slot.
28, I see some 28 verses. 23 and 20.
Actually, starting at 20 on down. 23 and 20.
Khan, 1 Samuel 23:20.
Mm-hmm.
So if your majesty,
English, that's the scripture.
Oh, English, yeah, don't, yeah. Never read that.
Okay, 23:20. Now therefore, O king, come down according to all the desire of thy soul to come down, and our part shall be to deliver him into the king's hand.
So they're saying, come down, O king, and we're going to give him up. You know what I mean? They're trying to get Saul's favor. Keep going.
Verse 21. And Saul said, Blessed be ye of the Lord, for ye have compassion on me. 22. Go, I pray you, prepare yet, and know, and see his place where his haunt is, and who hath seen him there. For it is told me that he dealeth very subtly.
So when it said his haunt, is where he's at, where he's hiding. You know what I mean? And let me know, because he dealeth very subtly. So they're saying he's wise. You know what I mean? He's slick, as we used to say. You know what I mean? He's saying he's sneaky. Let me know where he's hiding at, and somebody hurry up and let me know, because he's real sneaky. You know what I mean? He's real subtle. He'll slip past us. Go ahead.
Verse 23. See therefore and take knowledge of all the lurking places where he hideth himself, and come ye again to me with the certainty, and I will go with you, and it shall come to pass, if he be in the land, that I will search him out throughout all the thousands of Judah.
So he said, go and find every one of his hiding places. Every place where he tries to hide himself, let me know. Come back and let me know when you're sure. When you know every place this brother hides at. And I'm going to search out I'll find him out through all the thousands of people in Judah. Through all the Judah, I'm going to find him. But you got to go and let me know every place that he hides at. Go ahead, keep going.
Khan, verse 24. And they arose and went to Ziph, before Saul, and David and his men were in the wilderness of Maon.
No, that's not what it said. You got to read every word exactly.
And they arose and went to Ziph before Saul, but David and his men were in the wilderness of Maon, in the plain on the south of Jessamon.
So they go on to Ziph, but David's not there. He's already left because he knows Saul is plotting against him. He knows these people are going to betray him.
Right.
So David is keeping it moving. Keep going.
Verse 25. Saul also and his men went to seek him, and they told David, wherefore he come down into a rock, and abode in the wilderness of Maon. And when Saul heard that, he pursued after David in the wilderness of Maon. Verse 26, and Saul went on this side of the mountain, and David and his men on that side of the mountain. And David made haste to get away for fear of Saul. For Saul and his men compassed David and his men round about to take them.
So David was on this side of the mountain. Saul went over to this side of the mountain, but David was on this side. And he's escaping because he knows Saul is trying to kill him and all his men. And when it says compass David round about, Saul and his men are trying to surround David. When you hear something compass and round about, that means they're surrounded. So Saul is trying to surround David so that they can kill him. Keep going.
Khan, verse 27. But there came a messenger unto Saul, saying, haste thee and come, for the Philistines have invaded the land.
So right when Saul gets David surrounded, so that's how you know the Lord is with David. Right when Saul gets David surrounded on that mountain, and his men are there, he got 10 times more men than David's 600. You know what I mean? Right when he surrounds them, he gets a message that the Philistines have invaded the land. So what do you think Saul has to do? He has to go retreat and fight this war with his enemies, his real enemies. As I said, just because he hunting down David don't mean the war with the Philistines will stop. The Philistines ain't paused.
Right.
You know what I mean? Keep going.
Khan, verse 28. Wherefore Saul returned from pursuing after David and went against the Philistines. Therefore they call that place Selah Hamalekot. 29. And David went up from thence and dwelt in strongholds at En-Gedi.
All right, we're going to stop it there and pick up next week. All right, call it.
Muslim is to stand, just us.
Too close, that's all. Hold it out towards the camera. Say
La Yasharala.
Muslim is to stand. Hold out the dumb, you turn to face the east. You're going to do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanaw, Shabbat Shemayim, Quadash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Alawaka, Taba'ah, Ratazai, Hayah, Aisha, Baratazai, Kawat, Hayah, Bashamayim, Dalanau, Come, Kab, Yawam, One. Wasalakana.
Wasalakana.
Kabawakina.
Kabawakina.
Kasalakana.
Kasalakana.
Kabawakina.
Kabawakina.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Tabayayna.
Tabayayna.
On the side one.
On the side one.
Above. Hawashayna. Mayan. Right. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa.
Waha'ala.
Watapara.
Awalumya. Aman. In the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it.
Talk the power of the Hebrew,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahweh
Shai,
Baba Kashah, the Thundernow, Hakat, Lerapa'ah, Call Makallah, Call Matawa, Hakat, Latahar, Hamatazariah, Hakat, Lahaki, Hamati, Hakat, Al-Kawa, the Tama'ala, the Garshan,
Ba'ashem Yahushua. What Aman in the English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the leper. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it.
That's Israel in the Hebrew,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Baraklanah,
Wayasharah, Mahabaya, Safari, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. What Aman in the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Bless us and Israel and the school. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah,
Ayanya,
Al-Hahari, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Izari, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayah, Ba'aratazah, Ayatan, Namawat, Regog, Al-Yanawah, Shamar, Hanala'ah, Yanawah, Wala'ah, Yaishan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamar, Yahweh, Tazal, Al-Yeh, Yamika, Yawamah, Hashemat, La'ah, Yekaika, Wayarab, Belayallah, Yahweh, Yashamar, Makarad, Yashamar, Afnapasha, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'af, Babawa'aka, Ma'ida, Wa'ai, Awalum.
In the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hill. From which cometh my help? My help cometh from the Lord. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Al-Hayyam,
Al-Damayah,
Lakab, All Takaras,
All Tashakwat, All Kayahana, Awabika,
Yahama,
Yawan,
Ra'ash,
Al-Amika,
Yarayamu, Sawadah, Wayatha, Ya'ai Tazawah, Al-Tazapawamika,
Amaru,
Lakawa,
Wanakakidan,
Magoya,
Walaa,
Walaa, Yasakar,
Yasakar,
Sham Yashala,
Sham Yashala,
I would up, Kaya,
Kaya,
the white as
the
well,
wise as a what?
Labat,
Labat,
Yakadwa,
Yakadwa,
Aya,
Alika,
Boya,
Arya,
Yakaratu,
Yakaratu,
Ahoya,
Ahoya,
Adawan,
Adawan,
Wayasamai,
Wayasamai,
Alayam,
Alayam,
Nawa
Mawa'awa,
Wahagari,
Wahagari,
Gabal,
Gabal,
Wa'amawan,
Wa'amawan,
Wa'amala,
Wa'amala,
Palasha,
Palasha,
Amisabi,
Amishabia,
Tazawar,
Tazawar,
Gum Ashawar,
Gum Ashawar,
Nalawa,
Nalawa,
Imam,
Imam,
Hayawa,
Hayawan,
Zerawai,
Zerawai,
the Bunyan,
the Bunyan,
the Wat,
the Wat,
Salah,
Salah,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Laham,
Laham,
Kamadi,
Kamadi,
Kasaya,
Kasaya,
Sarah,
Sarah,
Kayabi,
Kayabi,
Bonakar,
Bonakar,
Koyashawan,
Koyashawan,
Nasamadu,
Nasamadu,
Bayan,
Ayan,
Da'ir,
Da'ira,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Daman,
Daman,
La'adam,
La'adam,
Shayatamu,
Shayatamu,
Nada,
Nada,
Yatmua,
Yadmua,
Kaira,
Kaira,
Wakasabah,
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 Wakatazal Manai,
Wakatazal Manai,
Call Nasir Kamu,
Call Nasir Kamu,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Amaru,
Amaru,
Nair Rashad,
Nair Rashad,
Nanawa,
Nalawa,
Ah,
Ah,
Nawa,
Nawat,
Alahayam,
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 Shayatamu,
Shayatamu,
Gagala,
Gagala,
Kwash,
Kakwash,
the Panya,
the Panya,
Rawaka,
Rawaka,
Ka'ash,
Ka'ash,
Dabaira,
Ma'ira,
Yaira,
Ya'ira,
Wakalahab,
Wakalahab,
Talahat,
Talahat,
Hariyam,
Kawiyam,
Khan,
Khan,
Devadatma,
Dawadagma,
Basaira,
Basaira,
Wabasa,
Wabasa,
Wapak,
Republican,
Dabahalam,
Dabahalam,
Nala'at,
Mala'at,
Panyaham,
Panyaham,
Kalawan,
Kalawan,
Wayat,
Maya,
Wakwash,
Bukwashu,
Shimka,
Simka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yabash,
Yabashu,
Wayat,
Waya,
Behold,
Behold,
Adiai,
Adiai,
Wayat,
Waya,
Kapar,
Kapar,
Wayat,
Waya,
Abad,
Abad,
Wayat,
Waya,
Da'ir,
Ya'ir,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Athak,
Athak,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Lebanon,
Lebanon,
Ayawan,
Ayawan,
Al,
Kal, Paratazah. In the English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not thy still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo,
lo,
thy enemies make a tumult.
thine enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee
They that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people.
against thy people.
And consulted
And consulted
against thy hidden ones.
against thy hidden
They
ones.
have said,
They have said,
Come,
Come,
and let us cut them off
let us cut them
from
off
being a nation.
from being a nation.
That the name of Israel
That the name of Israel
may be no more remembered.
may be no more
For
remembered.
they have consulted together
They have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against
The
thee,
tabernacles of Edom
the tabernacles of Edom,
and the Ishmaelites
and the Ishmaelites,
of Moab
of Moab,
and the Hagarenes,
and Hagarenes,
Gabal
Gabal,
and Ammon
and
and Amalek,
Amalek,
the Philistines,
Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
the inhabitants of Tyre.
Assur is also joined with them.
Assur is also joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Their hope in the children of Lot.
Salah,
Salah,
do unto them
do unto them
as unto the Midianites,
as unto the
as
Midianites,
to Sisera,
to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to
at
Jabin,
the brook of Kishon,
the book of Kishon,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became a dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb
Make the nobles like a red,
and like Zaeb.
and like Zaire.
Yea,
Yea,
all their princes as Zabah
all the princes as above,
and as Zalmunna,
as Amun,
who said,
who said,
let us take to
let
ourselves
us take to ourselves
the houses of Yahweh in possession.
the houses of Yahweh in possession.
Oh, my power,
Oh my power,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a reed,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the fire burneth the wood,
as the fire burneth the wood,
and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
and as the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them
So persecute them
with thy tempest,
with thy tempest,
and make them afraid
make them afraid
with thy storm.
with thy sword,
Fill their faces with shame,
fill their faces with
that
shame,
they may seek thy
that
name.
they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
let them be confounded
let them be
and
confounded
troubled forever.
and troubled forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame
let them be put to shame
and perish
and perish
and perish
and perish
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
that men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the most high
art the most high
over all the earth.
over all the earth. and of Israel, Imam Shabbat, a Muslim, Barak.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah.
Yes, Matah. Sabbath service dismissed.